This is my big barrel, so I'm not, probably have, I don't know, let's see what we have in here. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, on this big barrel, I put just about everything in here. It's almost my rock tumbler trash can. Because if it's gonna break apart, it's gonna do it in here. These big tumblers can be pretty aggressive. All right, let's see what we got here. Pretty cool. Found this guy in South Texas in Dimmitt County on one of the properties I own. I'd cut it in half to see obviously what was in it. Looks like you got some nice moss agate in there. I'll keep tumbling. Kind of a cool rock. Pretty interesting. This was from the mixed Mexican agate batch I got from one of my rock hunting buddies. Kind of cool. We'll keep turning it. Chunk of Hacienda jasper. Looks pretty crappy. I just chunk that guy. Petrified wood, one of my favorites. Pretty nice piece. We got a little bit of a ding right in there. I'll probably move that to a smaller barrel, really, so I don't get any more dings in it. Like I said, these big 15-pounders can really rough up your rocks if you don't watch out. This is a really nice piece of petrified wood. This is some of that came from Webb County. I have some of that listed on my site now. It's got more color than I had anticipated. It's pretty cool. I'm sure some pieces won't have as much. I like that. Keep tumbling that one. That right there. I'm kind of excited to see that. This was one of the ranches. This is one of the rocks that I pulled off of my place in Dimmitt County. Very fractured. Still got a bunch of these I want to cut open, but that's still pretty cool. I'll keep tumbling it. I just love the way that they, you know, when you get a rough rock, and then I like seeing the transformation. I mean, even if it's not going to turn into a beautiful stone, at least you can kind of break it down, open a window into it, and think about how it was made and where it came from. Keep them wet so they look nice and shiny. That's what we're going for. See what this guy looks like. This was a big Bahia agate that I cut. Yeah, looked like I quartered it. Really kind of cool. See some depth in there. I like that one. All right, more petrified wood. This was this is probably something I picked up down there in Laredo the other day. This is really unique as well. This is going to be translucent. I will work a little bit more on removing this oxidation on there. But I won't tumble it till it's all gone. This stuff it doesn't just tumble off. I've also done acid soaks on this. This stuff doesn't come off easily at all. But what I find here in South Texas as well, it seems to be the really good rocks that I find when I'm out rock hounding are going to have this white oxidized layer on them. Right next to a brown rock, you'll have a rock with a white oxidized layer on it. I've talked to some old rock hounds, and they tend to think that it's due to sun exposure. They're just really old rocks, which, you know, I've been studying that. That may be the case, actually. All I know is a lot of them that I find that have this white rind on them are real treasures. And this one's going to turn out really nice. Excited about that one. Botswana agate. This was one that it'll still use some tumbling, but that red, I just like the red. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Keep moving on that one. Another piece of petrified wood. Just love looking at the cell structure, the grains. It's really neat. Speaking of petrified wood, this is one that I found here on my property in Live Oak County, where we've got the shop at. And Live Oak County is known for its high quality petrified wood. Shrink wood, pocket rock wood. We have some amazing petrified wood in this area. Look at the wood grain on that. That is just fascinating. The twists and the turns. We're going to tumble you a little bit longer. I still have a little bit of a rough spot in there. That's going to be a special rock. This will probably be one of the wines I keep in my collection in the house. There we go. Big old chunk of polychrome. We'll just keep turning them until we get something out of them. That was probably another big Bahia agate I'd cut up. Pretty cool looking. It looks like we've got a visitor over here. We got little Mr. Theo. Shop Kitty Theo. He's probably gonna be chiming in here any second. He's jumping in my chair. Come on, kitty kitty. This is that Gary Green larsenite. I've gotten some pretty good pieces out of that. We still got some pitting here, but I'm gonna tumble it. You know, some people are. I'll polish something with a pit that big. I mean, I can clean that. I can rinse the grit out of some of these pits. I mean, that is not dissuading me from polishing this rock one bit. I will continue to rough tumble it some more, but God, I love that blue color. Bluish green. It's gorgeous. So I missed the separate jasper. This is this was just a piece that I had in my pile of junk that I usually tumble myself instead of sending off to you guys. But there's some tricks that you can do to kind of fill some of these holes here. Let's look at that pattern. Okay, Mr. Theo, you're gonna get right in the shot, huh? That's fine. Anyway, I like that one. Let's see what else we got here. This is a nice one. He's not too concerned about water. Maybe a little bit. This is one of the Moroccan sea maggots. Look at this guy. See that? So I've had a lot of different batches of Moroccan sea maggots over the years, but this is from the same place as my the current Moroccan sea maggot that I have right now is from the same location. And it's amazing. I love this stuff. And this is a big stone too. Look at this guy. I mean, look at that. He's huge. Holds up well in this big tumbler. I'm just about done, I think, rough tumbling this guy, actually. Man, that's gorgeous. Okay. Happy. More larsenite, Gary Green. Some of these I may cut off, or like I said, I'm not scared of polishing something like that if you just clean them up a little bit. Love the coloration. That was a big carnelian agate. I've got some really cool carnelian agates that'll be here this weekend. They're huge. They're, I mean, they're going to be fist-sized carnelian agates. I haven't had those guys in well, they're kind of hard to find, really. But, got some really nice, big carnelian agate coming. I'm pretty excited about that. And this is just a piece I had in my discard pile. It looks like it is a piece of that mossy bloodstone. Mossy green jasper. Green agate really is what it is. It's a chalcedony with green inclusions, which is what bloodstone is. It's truly a chalcedony with green inclusions and red, I guess, hematite in there. Another Botswana. Keep tumbling. Come up in the chair, come on. Why not? I'm chasing birds now. This was just a big, massive, I had bought a bunch of carnelian a year or two ago, and they were just huge carnelian from Madagascar, and most of those big carnelians from Madagascar are trash. They're just so fractured, you can't do anything with them. I cut one open, very disappointed, and just figured I would tumble them to pieces, tumble them away. But I'll probably move them out and make some room in the barrel. Funky piece of sci-fi jasper. And like I said, I put a lot of the trash in this barrel too, so. Still cool. I love the way this stuff looks. I might just keep tumbling them. This was a big piece of mookaite. Pretty cool. Like that pattern. This is from that last batch of Moroccan seam agate. I honestly haven't had. I have some pieces that are pretty nice. They're coming along really well. I mean, this one's still coming along. I'll continue to tumble them. I mean, this will either fall off or do something. I think I had this in one of my smaller barrels and then figured I would put it in this bigger barrel just to beat the hell out of it and see what happened to it. They're still pretty cool rocks. More Gary green. Not too green on this one, but man, that is awesome. Love the layers. There's some of that Mexican laced agate. That's a nice piece too. I'm very happy with that one. I was thinking one of these days I'd do a video where I actually show you all my finished and polished stones. I sell a lot of them at shows. And I'll be doing a show in, as far as I can see right now, my next show will be in Lubbock in September. I like those guys in Lubbock. Pretty cool Mexican lace. We got some rough spots to it, but wow, look at that depth there. If we can see that. It's pretty cool. Probably in that batch of mixed Mexican agates. Or maybe a Kaimoto, not real sure. I'll go through all kinds of rocks here. This is turning out pretty cool. This is it's a big Bahia agate. I bet it'd be really nice if I cut it, but I don't know if I want to, really. I mean, I like these eyes to the inside. You can kind of see what's happening in there. That's pretty cool. More petrified wood. Cool piece of Moroccan seam agate. I don't see a whole lot of pieces with this banding, really, like this yellow banding. I cut up some yesterday, but you don't see it very often. This was a piece I had. I wanted to see how it held up. It had a lot of pits in it. Not holding up too well. It's a really cool rock, though. I'll probably just continue to tumble that and see what happens. Interesting piece I found here on the property. This would be what you'd call banded chert. It's got a few bands you can see in here. This is formed typically underwater. Not typically, it is. It's formed underwater. At least that's what they say. Pretty cool, though. I honestly do not know what this is. Not sure. Probably just pulled this out of my box of discards and threw it in here. It almost feels like it's... I don't know. We'll continue to tumble it. Why not? Just a big chunk of polychrome. I got this out of that batch that I'm selling for $3.99 a pound. It's got a lot of blacks in it. Stuff polishes up really well. Another rock I found at a property I have in Dimmitt County. Not bad. I think this came out of the mixed Mexican agate batch. It's got some neat stuff in it. I'll continue to tumble it. That's pretty neat. Not real sure where that came from. Here's some of that ASEAN jasper. That's going to be a nice piece. It's going to be a really nice piece too. Very little pits, nice shape and size. You know, this was a piece that I cut up the other day that I thought was just going to be absolutely garbage. It's holding together pretty well. It's pretty neat, actually. We'll tumble it some more and see what happens. Let's see. Moroccan seam agate. This baby is just about done, really. Got a little bit more to work on. It's really nice. Oh, this one's cool. It's gonna take some work, but this was in one of those batches of mixed Mexican agate. Pretty cool. Just some random rock I threw in there. This is some of that Aqua Nueva moss agate. You can kind of find stuff like this around the Mount Livermore area. And then again in Mexico as well, across the river. I've had some luck with this, and some of them haven't really turned out all that great. This one's, I'll probably have to cut them and then tumble the two pieces. But still neat. Chunky piece of sci-fi. Sometimes these pieces down here don't hold up as well. But still pretty cool. I always wondered how these are going to turn out. This was another piece of that mixed Mexican agate. Obviously it's just fractured to pieces. I don't know what I'll do with it, but that is really neat. It's kind of just a unique rock. slice that guy right down the middle. Lose all that. Crazy lace agate. A crazy lace agate I have too. That's some good rock, and it's a mix of varieties. That comes from an old rock shop in El Paso that closed down about 30 years ago. And I'm buddies with one of the local collectors here that bought the inventory of that rock shop long time ago. And then I bought the inventory from him. So that's what we're tumbling here. This is out of that too, actually. Or something. I don't know where this came from, but that's pretty cool. I like that. Hopefully I'm not pulling these too close to the camera. Like I said, I put a bunch of discards in here just to see what the hell they do. This was a funky piece of the thunder egg jasper, or thunder egg yolks. Tumbled these in the past and have had amazing success with them. This was just a piece that I knew wasn't going to tumble because it had a lot of the matrix left over in it. I love the coloration. When you cut these up properly, they make some amazing stones, but some of them just can't be cut up. There's nothing you can do with them. Another cool piece of sci-fi. Looks like a piece of petrified wood. Maybe. I don't even know what that is. Alright guys, well, thanks for checking out the video. This is Graveyard Point Plume. Not doing too bad, really. I'll keep tumbling it. Thanks for checking out the video.